We are at Amundsen High School on the corner of Damon and Foster. We are out here on our strike for the teachers union. We are out here to strike for a better contract, a fair day for our students, as well as for stronger and more comprehensive health benefits. Amundsen High School is a high school of actually an increased enrollment. We now have about 1,500 students here and a little over 100 staff. We serve a wide variety of communities in the neighborhood, as well as several other students who are from other neighborhoods who come to Amundsen for our strong programs, clubs, and sports. I think particularly here at Amundsen, one of the things we're looking for is better conditions and resources and support for the students. While the compensation and the fair pay is one of the crucial key points for our contracts, we are interested in the conditions and the resources here that our students really deserve. Our teachers take on a lot of the heavy weight and burden. A lot of our students are of lower socioeconomic classes, and so we do provide a lot of services, foods, as well as the resources and supplies that are necessary for the classroom.
I'm out here today because we want a better school day, we want better working conditions, and because our working conditions are our children's learning conditions.
We've been saying all along that the CPS did not think that we were this strong, they did not think we were this serious, they did not think we would be this successful. I mean, they bragged earlier that we would never reach the 75% mark to authorize a strike. They're really just realizing now how determined and how strong we are, and how determined we are to fight for better schools for our children.
Are you students here?
Yeah.
So why are you out here supporting the strike?
Because we want better schools.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you? Why are you out here supporting the strike?
Because I don't feel that 55 students in one classroom is right.
My name is Daryl Reed. I'm the union delegate for Kenwood High School. It means I was in the vote for whether to strike and give the authorization for a strike and the 10-day notice. And to end the strike.
Yeah.
I'm involved in that vote also. This strike is very important. Why is it so important? Because there's a movement going on now. Even after this is all over with, they still plan to close 100 schools and open 250 charter schools. So, I mean, this is mandatory for basically job security is what we're striking for, and fair evaluation. I mean, if they are allowed to go through with the plan that they have, they are going to get rid of a lot of teachers. A lot of teachers are going to lose their jobs for no good cause. That's what it's about, losing your job for no good cause. In this economic climate, that's not a good thing.
All three of my children went to CPS. And for me, it's always been important to support my daughter. My granddaughter is also a student here. And I think that the teachers, they're just getting a bad deal. And the public, really, they don't know the full truth.
Yeah.
And so it's important for not only the teachers to be out here, but for their friends and family who really know what the situation's about.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
This is also a pivotal moment for public schools. The teachers are not just standing up for our rights as workers, we're standing up for the communities that we serve. And the majority of those people in the communities are working class, middle class people. And I think that this strike is about more than just a longer school day. It's about more than just salary. It's about maintaining the integrity of this profession and the integrity of our schools for the children and the communities that we serve. And so this is just kind of a pivotal moment.
CTU! CTU! CTU!
Here at Steinmetz High School, we have approximately 1,800 students. We have a little over 100 teachers. We have a diverse population, however it is primarily Latino. We have an IB program here. We also have a JROTC program here. And we have a well-staffed school with highly qualified and dedicated professionals. We're out here just trying to make make sure that everybody knows that the real reason we're here is for the students. We want to make sure that our students are well taken care of. They need to have the best education possible. This is for them. It is not about us. It doesn't matter about us. It matters about them. It's all about the students. It's why I'm here. It's why I'm fighting. I'm advocating for my students until the very end. I'm a teacher who is working for smaller classrooms, better and properly maintained facilities. We need to expand our libraries. We need to get more textbooks and up-to-date textbook. My economics textbook last year was 12 years old. We need to make sure we have more nurses. We need to make sure we have more social workers. Our high school has 1 social worker for 1,800 students. We have a part-time psychologist for our school, so we need more of that. We need more counselors. We're trying to make sure that our students are properly taken care of so that they can have the education they deserve.
Mommy, but I want to hold it up when the cars go by. Yeah.
We want better schools for our kids. We are here because we love our kids and we want them to have the best education possible. I teach 7th and 8th grade reading.
And how do kids feel about this situation?
They are totally on board. They understand what we're doing and support us 100%.
Optimistic?
I am. I'm very optimistic. I think that the board and the mayor are underestimating how much support we have in the general populace. So I think we're going to win.
My name's Phil Kaplan. I'm a neighborhood activist, and I live across the street from Reilly Elementary here in Chicago. The teachers are on strike for their, decent pay and decent working conditions, which of course are the learning conditions that the kids have to do their important school career under. But if they can win this struggle, that means only more resources in the hands that can make a big difference, the teachers, the experts in education, rather than those resources being under the control of the autocratic and totally unaccountable board. I'm talking about the Chicago Public School Board, appointed by the mayor, not accountable, not democratically elected.
Well, today, of course, we're striking. First and foremost, teachers want the best for our students. We spend a great deal of time with them. We know them personally. We would just simply like wraparound services for them, nurses, social workers, people that can support us and support them and their families, as well as reduce class size. We have large classrooms and sometimes it's impossible to give individual academic care to bring them out to their potential. Another thing is just to be treated fairly and with respect. We've always wanted what's best for our students, and we want a fair living. I think we've earned that. We've agreed to the longer day. We do believe in that children do need that time, but it has to be done constructively and with input from us to be best beneficial for our students. We want the strike to end too. We want our kids back in front of us. That's where the learning takes place.
Well, my name is Eileen Stern, and I have 3 schools. I work at Lene, Lorca, and Reilly. And I'm supporting the teachers because I think it's unfair what's been happening here. They're increasing our time, taking our holidays, taking report card pickup, and it's just really unfair and not paying us. And the other issue is we really need more school nurses, social workers, and psychologists. We're way overloaded. I have, with those 3 schools, almost 2,500, 2,700 kids that I'm responsible for. We have kids that have EpiPens. I have kids in wheelchairs, seizure disorders, diabetics, and I'm only one person. And I really feel like CPS needs to start acknowledging that the medical complexity of the students has really gone up, and that this is a ridiculous workload for one person.
Just starting with some basic things. How about a proper environment? providing even simple air conditioning for some of these rooms is essential. We cannot work in some of these rooms. They are completely they're hot, and they're not good learning environments. Another thing, more resources. We are so far behind technology-wise. I mean, CPS needs to do a lot better in equipping our schools and our teachers to provide our students with better education. Here at Reilly, we need more like that. We need more resources like that. We need better resources as far as a computer room, having a technical advancements, whether iPads and so forth. And how about providing some liberal arts education as far as the fine arts, having those kind of resources to have music. We haven't had music here in years. Hiring a music teacher is not sufficient. Where's the instruments? Where are the resources to provide that kind of thing? Those are the kind of things that our school needs. Our schools also need services. This is a community that's suffering with a lot of gang violence. They need resources. We talked about wraparound services. Those are the kind of things that our students need, that our families need. They specifically need those kind of resources. They need help, and just putting us here and saying that we need to go have a longer day is not sufficient. We need resources like that for a better community and better school.
Fair contract now! Fair contract now! Fair contract now! Fair contract now!
We matter right here.
We want the best for everybody involved. We wouldn't be out here if we didn't care about what we do. And we consider our profession just that. We're professionals. It's not a job, it's a career. And our kids deserve the best across the city.
So what are your plans for today? Are you going to be coming out here every day?
So far, that's the news that we have. You know, we'll look to our leadership to give us more information as the day progresses. And you can watch for us at 3:30 down at 125 South Clark.
It makes it difficult for teachers in those poor areas to meet some of those needs, because funding does have a link to academic achievement. If you look at all the schools that made AYP in the state of Illinois, there's a direct proportional relationship to real estate taxes. The higher the taxes, the higher the test scores. It makes education sometimes be a system where you have to take the square and fit it in a circle. So all this is nonsense. You know, if they want to make education fair for all teachers and all students, lower the class sizes, offer more programs, get more counselors, more social workers, and you'll see some movement.
We went down for the rally. Largest rally I've ever been a part of, largest teachers rally I've ever been a part of. About 35,000 teachers were there, a sea of red, and we're all very enthused. We're all very upset about the contract that's being offered to us. We're all upset about our working conditions and about our students' learning conditions, and we wanted to voice our frustration at Mayor Emanuel for not giving us a fair contract. And we went down there and it was very, very enthusiastic, and I think it was a tremendous rally.
Meet downtown today at 2:30. We will march from the Board of Education to entities that have been awarded millions of dollars in TIP funds and tax breaks that otherwise would have gone to parks, libraries, and schools. Ladies and gentlemen, today is more important than yesterday. We need to be there today at 2:30. Please, you have the number of the bus company. Get downtown. We need you. We love you. Stand in solidarity.
Hanson Park.
Say it again.
Hanson Park.
Hanson Park. Burbank.
Yes! Woo!
What school?
George Manier Elementary School.
What school?
Hogan High School.
What school? Castellanos.
Get up! Get down! Chicago is a union town. Get up! Get down! Chicago is a union town. That's what we were working on.
Is there any reason to think
Go, Karen!
it's the national issue now?
I hope so.
When you advocate for the kids, they harass you.
Okay, let her through, y'all. Let her through. I'll let you gonna go tonight, Karen. Let her through. Let her through. Let her through.
Go back.
Get some rest, Karen.
Go back. Go back. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Go back to the rally, let her get through, and go back to negotiation.
Thank you, Karen. We love you.
Thank you. That's enough. I'm serious.
Do you have any idea how late you'll go tonight?
Look, we're going right here. Right here. This is it. This is the good road, buddy.
If there's one overarching message you want to send right now, what would it be?
What it would be is that I'm hoping that people understand that if we don't change how schools are done, and if we don't do them for children, then we're going to still be in a big mess. I mean, again, simple things. We need to have a real plan about how we're going to air condition schools and how we're going to keep schools comfortable for kids. All we're asking for is a plan. We're not asking for them to come in tomorrow and air condition every school. We know that's not impossible, but we need a plan. How about that? That's not a hard thing to ask for.
How about a nurse in each building?
So the other issues are, we are highly understaffed. Social workers, we absolutely have to have social workers and nurses in our buildings. We have children who are suffering from serious, we have a diabetes epidemic, we have an allergy epidemic, we have new plans that are available, and we don't have people to service our children. I mean, these are basic things that we don't understand why this is so difficult. So the needs of our children and to advocate for them appropriately get you in trouble. And that's what we're saying right now. So that's why we are very concerned. Do we have a cap?
Today, I come representing the neglected, the abused, the totally overlooked. I come today, teachers, to give you a red apple.
SEIU, some of the engineers and maintenance guys in our building refused to cross picket lines and joined us on this.
No teachers are in lane right now, but administrative personnel, obviously they can't strike. Security guards, engineers, and lunchroom attendants are under illegal contracts which say that they cannot respect our picket line, and so they have to go in here. Have been threatened to be fired if they did not come to work. So that's pretty much all who's in the building right now. You know, Lane Tech typically can hold 4,000 to 5,000 students. On Monday, we were told to expect 4,200 kids to come here. We had 20, and then yesterday I think it was down to about 10, and today I'm not sure if there are any kids here, because parents know that it's nothing but, you know, a holding pen, that there's no teaching or learning going on here, there's no education going on here, and it's not even a full day babysitting service. It's only a half-day babysitting service, so parents they're not buying it.
Thank you.
Today's the third day of the strike. Teachers are feeling strong. We're mentally, physically, and spiritually ready to continue this battle. We're a little weary because you're trying to take a book that has 49 articles and literally break it down to 32 pages. That will not happen. We will not let that happen. So we're ready. We're going to stand side by side with each other and get it done.
Our students are more than test scores. Our teachers are professionals. Our teachers are people who care about this. Our teachers are more than test administrators.
My name's Lisa and I am a teacher at Kelly High School. What the board wants to do is cut what we call our step increases, our incremental small annual increases for experience. This completely devalues all of our extra education, which we pay for out of our own pockets, tens of thousands of dollars to get a master's degree. Completely devalues the conferences we pay for, the professional development we attend every year. And maybe most invisibly, but most fundamentally, failing to recognize that experience makes us better teachers, these cuts to our steps mean that we don't get recognized for the personal commitment we make to learning from our mistakes and repeating our successes. All the work we do individually, every day, driving home from school thinking what worked today and what didn't. So, the only thing we are asking for in our immense greed is a 4% increase to cover the fact that the school days and the school years are longer. That is it.
Hi, I'm a teacher with Chicago Public Schools. We're here at Monroe Elementary today. We're protesting for fair wages, and we're trying to get the word across about unfair labor practices and some facts that the public doesn't really know about CPS at the moment. Well, as a teacher, I'm invested in my career. I'm invested in CPS, and I decided to look up some information about Rahm Emanuel and why he's doing what he's doing, his agenda behind it, and I found some interesting facts about that. I was doing some research, and I discovered that Rahm Emanuel used to be an investment banker in the early 2000s and 1990s, and two of his major transactions, his major deals, resulted in the formation of the Exelon Company, and also a purchase for a firm of Security Link, which was part of SBC Communications. Now, it just so happens that on the Board of Education right now, all of the members are investment bankers. Coincidence? I don't think so. Two people on the board are actually executives for Exelon, either in the past or currently. And also, interestingly enough, his second transaction, the Security Link purchase, was for a man named Bruce Rauner. Bruce Rauner is a venture capitalist for the company GTCR, and their company actually invests in charter schools around Chicago. Now, charter schools are supposed to be nonprofit, so why would a $1 million company invest in charter schools? The principal of that company, again, is Bruce Rauner. And he, if you backtrack in time, was the man whose firm purchased SBC Communications Company Security Link, which made Rahm Emanuel millions about 10, 15 years ago. So where's the connection? Unions' budgets have to be transparent, okay, to the public. However, if you're not unionized, the budget does not have to be transparent. This man, Bruce Rauner, was the lead push to get rid of legislation to destroy unions and to make it really hard for teachers to strike. So why was he so interested in that? Because he contributes to these companies that don't have unions. So where's the money going? We can't really tell. In addition, Bruce Bronner is planning on running for governor in 2014 for the state of Illinois. I wonder why private investors want to contribute to charter schools and private schools. There needs to be a public outlet for students. There needs to be public education, something that's nonpartisan. Why are so many teachers striking across the country? Why are there so many issues? Why isn't public education a public education? And why don't private parties stay out of it?